party. They're the same people who are trying to taint your name. Then what happened? What happened between you?
As I say, there was no space for young people in the party.
In ODM party?
Yes.
You feel there's no space for young people?
For instance, the way Ochilo Ayako was given the certificate.
Yes.
Some of us championed so strongly that we go for as a universal suffrage process where we could all have a fair share, where people can actually elect you, and then you'd be given certificate.
Okay.
So. Sometimes you have to differentiate the two. They service to party and they service to the people. And the service to the people is always supreme than anything else. So it was just me trying to offer myself with a democratic right to be able to serve the people of Migori County.
So what I'm hearing is that Ochilo Ayako, at around 50 years old, he's been a minister before. In short, he's been there. Do you feel like perhaps Honorable Raila Odinga doesn't support young people? Is what you're just saying right now? Doesn't support young leadership?
I don't think that the election was about Honorable Raila Odinga. The election was about who is going to serve the people of Migori.
Nevertheless,
and actually, this is important to actually differentiate, because I've seen the media being a little bit skewed. The person who was vying was Ochilo Ayako. And therefore, the party is a big machinery which has got a number of people. For instance, Junet Mohammed is a senior member of the party, of ODM party. And I would actually argue that someone like Dr. Ochilo Ayako was not even a Raila Odinga candidate. He could have been a candidate of people like Junet and other party officials who had different interest in Migori County. But let's leave that aside.
We'll come to that.
The most important thing here is not about ODM party or any other thing. The most important thing here is what is the status of Migori right now, and what did Migori need most in this particular election. And my belief is that Migori has known a number of political violence, and as well as a number of divisive politics. And at this point, what Migori wanted was somebody who can unite people of Migori and bring them together and promote peace as a recipe for development in the county. And I think that is why I was very passionate about going in for this, regardless of my status in the society. I know I was being seen as an underdog who is running alone with the local community members.
You may call yourself an underdog, Eddie, but you scared quite a lot of these big-wig politicians. Nevertheless,
completely intentional.
Let's touch on Migori and the issues that affect the county, as you have mentioned.
Yes.
Unity and peace is what you said, even from the clip that we just aired in your message, your conceding message. You say that the reason why you really wanted to vie is to bring unity and peace within Migori. Don't you not think you can still do that without the seat?
You can do it, but you know, every transformation happens at a scale, and the ultimate scale of transformation is always government, because then you can leverage a position that you're given by the mandate of the people. Remember, this is an elective position where people give you a mandate to serve them, and therefore the scale with which you can be able to promote peace, the scale with which you can be able to actually move about, because these things are about resources, about acceptance, about a number of logistical challenges that could be quite difficult to implement without having a structured position. So yes, I still do this, and it will be interesting to know that I founded an organization called Ongoza in the wage of political violence in 2007, 2008, that has been doing a lot of peace work in the country, and with the idea that peace and unity precedes economic development. And I've been working on that, and I still do that in the country.
So you'll continue to do that?
Having a political position gives you the people's mandate to serve them and to have a more structured conversation, more structured way of channeling resources to the people, and a more structured way of engaging communities at a larger scale. So it's just about the ultimate scale of peace, unity, and development. It's always government.
Okay, I hear you. Do you think the elections were free and fair?
I don't think so. I think at two levels. Yeah. First of all, just the way ODM brigade, as you mentioned, descended on me. Innocently, I think it would have been a fair play if we had a one-on-one, Eddy Oketch and Dr. Gicheru. But that also happens. It's a free country. It's a democratic country. A party can support their person. But also at another level, the campaigns ended on 5th. And therefore, we didn't expect that foreigners, in terms of people who are coming out of Migori County, would come and camp on the election day. That is what a little bit, I felt like this is not good.
It's not good.
But again, as I said in my speech, I'm not going to be petty and complain about free and fair election.
Right.
I'd rather spend my energy as a young person on how do we go back, restructure, reorganize, and re-energize with a way of coming back to look at what is ahead of us and build one county together with young people.
And I'm glad you touched on that with the Raila Brigade. Do you feel as if you are running against Ochilo Ayako or against Raila Odinga? Because even you said that, the ODM Brigade came down on you, and if you felt like if it was just a competition between you and Ochilo, it would have been a bit fair. So do you feel like it was you and Ochilo, or you, Ochilo, and Raila?
It was against the entire ODM community, right? Because it's not scientific. They were all camping in Migori and campaigning.
For 2 days?
Yeah, actually more than that. More than that. Because the last week, all ODM Brigade, like top people like Honorable Joe was campaigning for Ochilo. The party leader campaigning for Ochilo. But that's also just something that you just learn, For instance, the message that some of them came with. I'm actually glad that this also is on record that Honorable Odinga did not mention my name in his entire campaign, which I highly appreciated because there's a way with which I think he recognized that there's a default.
Do you see yourself going back and working with ODM as a young leader?
That's not a tough question to answer now because I'm somebody who's guided by the people and I haven't gotten a chance to go back and first of all thank the people who voted for me. I thanked them in my concession speech, but I haven't gotten a chance to go and thank them in a way that we can sit down and they give me guidance. I always like taking direction from the people, and I'm going back to the grassroots community from next week, and with my coordinators, with my chief campaigners, and seeing what would be that they want me to do going forward.
All right.
So I'll give you that answer pretty much so.
So what's next for you? What's your main goal with being in politics? What's your end game?
As I said, my hope is that there can be an expansive space for young people in both political leadership and general governance in the country. I feel like young people should sit on the table, or rather at the table where decisions are made, and where opportunities are seen. And I'm going to find a way of expanding that space and mainstreaming young people into leadership.
Lastly, do you think young voters should believe that young leaders are any different?
I think so. I think they should believe. First of all, because just by the fact that you're young and you're the biggest population and the world is changing so fast, that pace of change, you do understand, and you do understand our challenges and opportunities that we face as young people,
all right,
which is what runs the world right now. So it's extremely important that change happens within those challenges and opportunities that you face within your age bracket, and therefore you are best placed to speak for them and therefore also to address them at your times. Okay. So on average, young people will address more challenges of young people.
Thank you so much for your time, Eddy.
Thank you
so much for being here. Eddy Oketch, of course, he vied for the senatorial by-election. You heard him from the horse's mouth. This is not where he stops. He will still continue being active, especially at the grassroots level. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.